Welcome, everybody. Had a couple of technical difficulties, but we are live. Thank you for joining me today for the first episode of Dr. Charise Show. I am so excited to have you here with me today. But before we get started and before I get started introducing myself today for you that's tuning in has never met me before, I need to give you a disclaimer. This show is not meant to take the place of medical advice from your medical doctor. This show is only for informational purposes. So definitely it's only for information. It's not to replace your doctor and advice. So sit back and relax and we will get started. So I am so excited to bring my first episode to you today, Dr. Charise Show. But let me take a minute to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Charise Barnes. I am a clinical pharmacist, a mom, an allergy expert, an asthma advocate, and an entrepreneur. So I want to tell you that there's so many issues that we can talk about today. But today we're going to focus on, in our first episode, is allergies, asthma, trying to close that gap in our communities. Did I say gap? Yes, gap in our communities. So it's very important to tackle this issue because it's very important to know what to do if you have allergies or if you have asthma. And when I say allergies, let me break that down for you. So that could be food allergies. It could be seasonal allergies. It can be environmental allergies. And what I mean by environmental, it's like dust mites, pet dander, mold, cockroaches. All of those things make up environmental allergies. So many people can have allergies to chemicals, like I said, medications. So it's a wide range of things that we could talk about. And as well, asthma, because asthma does affect a lot of people. And a lot of people do not know how to manage their asthma. They do not know how to use their inhaler properly. So there's a lot that we can do to make a difference. So today we're going to focus on the very basics, telling you how to manage your allergies and your asthma. But I think most importantly now, everybody's experiencing that runny nose, itchy eyes, the coughing, because it's all due to outside right now. The pollen, the trees are blooming. If you're from Central Georgia, as you can know, you can actually see all the cherry blossoms are blooming right now. So all these things are blooming are making your allergies go crazy. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on allergies today because I do have a program now that just started this last Tuesday. It's my Throw Your Allergy Away beta program. It goes really deep into ways you can do in your home, in your car, just simple things to potentially help your allergies. But today we're going to focus a little bit more on knowing the different types of allergies, especially the food allergies, because people do not realize the challenges you have with food allergies. You may not know, but I actually have an allergy to shellfish, and my son has an allergy to peanuts and tree nuts. So we've been dealing with allergies over the years, and also both kids have asthma. When they were babies, they had eczema. They had to be on certain formula because they weren't able to tolerate the regular formula as well. So allergies are real. And a lot of people do not educate themselves on it. The doctor will say, okay, here's your skin test. These are the results. Let me give you a prescription for your epinephrine auto-injector. Some people call those your EpiPens or your IBQ. So it's very helpful to know how to close that gap in between our healthcare providers and also our community. So let's talk about food allergies really fast, and then we'll jump into seasonal allergies, and then tie that all together with asthma. Because today we can only do very little, but we're going to touch the bases, and every week we're going to dive deeper into different ways that we can close that gap in our communities with allergies and asthma. So what we're going to do first is talk about the top 8 allergens, and actually soon to be 9, yes. So you have your fish, your shellfish, your peanuts, your tree nuts, your soy, your milk, your wheat or gluten, and it's like I'm missing one more, and your eggs. And soon to be sesame will be our number 9. So that's very great news for our food allergy community. And a lot of people don't realize that they have food allergies until they get that real big anaphylactic reaction when their throats start to close up, or they can't breathe, or they break out a rash and they feel like their skin is just itching like crazy. So just being aware, knowing the symptoms of allergic reaction is very important. And if you have an allergy to any type of medication or chemical or food or even insects, you definitely need to know your allergy action plan. So you have to be an advocate for yourself. So when you go to the doctor, you need to be asking, okay, what's my plan? What do I need to do if I have an allergic reaction? 3, how do I use this medication? 4, how do I survive every day? So you have to know the right questions to ask when you go to the doctor. You need to know the right questions, how you're going to be able to manage from every day. Because it's not easy going day to day dealing with food allergies. Or some people find out they have allergies that's related to the exercise. Can you believe that? Exercise, yes. Exercise-induced allergic reaction. So basically that person had at one of the top 8 or 9 allergens before they exercise, and the exercise actually increases them having allergic reactions. I know, I could not believe it, but it's so true. So you definitely have to make sure you be an advocate for yourself. You want to make sure you're asking the right questions when you go to the doctor. So it's definitely important to know what is your action plan, just in case something happens. Because guess what? You want to be prepared. Yes, you want to be prepared. So let's talk about the seasonal allergy, because I know if you're feeling like I'm feeling here in Georgia, one day it's hot, one day it's cold. The next day, you got rain everywhere, everything's blooming. Next thing you know, your eyes are itchy, you're coughing, runny nose. So you definitely want to make sure you do those tips that I mentioned last week in my different posts. When you come inside, change those clothes, leave those shoes at the door, wash your hands, wash your face. That's very important. We're still in the middle of COVID, so a lot of those symptoms, sometimes you may get confused with your allergy symptoms. Wear your mask when you're out in public. Still continue to practice that 6 feet of social distances. And while we're talking about COVID and the pandemic, I know 2 weeks ago, I actually got my first shot of COVID vaccine. I was kind of waiting a little while. But by all means, I'm not advocating for you to get it, because I think it's every person's choice to get the vaccine. But just to let you know, there are 3 vaccines available now. You have one from Pfizer and Moderna that actually requires you to have 2 shots. And then you also have the new one that just came out, Johnson & Johnson. So just want to bring you up to date about the COVID vaccines, because I know in the allergy and asthma world, a lot of people were afraid to get the vaccines. And I'm one of those people at first too, and I'm a health professional, because I want to make sure it was going to be safe with me for my allergies. So I got it last Friday, been feeling fine. By all means, I am not advocating for you to go out and get your COVID vaccine. I think it's a personal choice. But I did want to just bring that information to you today. So definitely with the seasonal allergy, just keep up those tips. We definitely will talk more about asthma and your food allergies, because a lot of people have food intolerances. But I also wanted to tell you how you can get in touch with me. So I want to personally invite you to join my Facebook group. Yes, I have a Facebook group. It's called Staying Safe with Your Allergies. You can follow me on Facebook at Allergies LLC, my page on Facebook. And if you're on Instagram, you can follow me at Allergies. So definitely send me a message, leave a comment. If you have questions, or let me know about your feedback on my first episode. I was very excited just to come on camera and just talk to you about allergies and asthma, and just help you be able to close that gap so that you'll be able to manage those things much better. And also, I'm here to help you live easier with your allergies and asthma, because I know it's not easy. We deal with it in our household, but we have been able to manage that so that we won't have less ER visits, less visits to the doctor's office, using our medication less. So thank you again for hanging out with my first episode. I look forward to more episodes coming in the future. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out to me, and I'll be glad to answer those for you. Take care.